I say, roll, Jordan, roll. Roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in heaven, Lord, for the year when Jordan.
In a world shaped by oppression, we have decided to go around and ask college-age students what the first thing is that comes to mind when they hear the word slavery.
Lord, for the year when Jordan rolled. Hallelujah. Roll, Jordan, roll.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word slavery?
The Civil War.
First thing you think of?
Civil War.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear slavery?
My soul arise in heaven, Lord, for the year when Jordan rolled. Roll, Jordan, roll. Roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in...
Yeah, I think it's just racist.
They're not looking like you.
What is the first word or phrase that comes to mind whenever you think of the word slavery?
African Americans.
What do you think of when you think of slavery?
The South.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word slavery?
I think about segregation.
Slaves picking cotton.
I didn't live back then, so I don't know. So, I mean, they always talk about being racist. We eat chicken and stuff, but I don't know.
Yep.
The first thing that come up in my mind is sex slaves.
Harriet Tubman.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of slavery?
Okay, when I think of slavery, the first thing is there is a surprising fact, which is that we still have slavery in some countries. Like if you go to Africa, for example, and I think there are some countries where we still have slavery, and that's for me that's surprising. This is the first point. The second point, in some other countries where you have like really poor people, okay, so I think in such countries slavery it has a different form, like exploiting the poor people. They don't have their rights, so it's some kind of slavery. The third point is, let me think. I know many forms. Yeah, I think the third point is concerns the youth people, which is and it's a savior of technology. Like everyone is really is a slave of the smartphones, to the internet. Basically, without technology, they cannot do anything. So,
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word slavery?
Black. Racism.
Black.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word slavery?
I think of the oppression of people that probably didn't deserve it. I'm assuming they were weaker military-wise. Maybe they were taken over. Forcibly.
What is the first thing you think about when you hear the word slavery?
I think of something that was worldwide, something that was almost like an epidemic.
What's the first thing you think of when you think of the word slavery?
Sadness.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word slavery?
The South.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word slavery?
I think of the lack of equality.
When Jordan rolled.